CO. Hello, I am Mandy Ford. I am a Cherokee woman and minister. I have a Bachelor of Arts in American Indian Ministries from Bacone College. I was honored to be the first woman to graduate from the AIM program. And I focused my research on contextualizing ministry and worship for Native Americans. I passionately believe that we are created to live and worship in the context of our Native cultures. After graduation, I worked in education before beginning my work as a youth services counselor. During my time as a counselor, it has become increasingly more apparent to me that we need traditional practices in our mental health approaches. We need contextualized mental health services. My time at People Inc. has been educational and empowering. The company works together to fulfill its core values. And contextualizing mental health services is a huge step in our commitment to enhancing the well-being of our clients. People Inc.'s location in the heart of Cherokee Nation gives us the opportunity to be the forerunners in this approach to mental health services. It is known that Native Americans have a higher rate of PTSD, suicide, depression, and alcoholism. Mary Hasbah Razel shared in a best practices video that Native Americans are 526% more likely to die from alcohol abuse than non-Indigenous peoples. That is a staggeringly discouraging statistic. Plus, Native Americans are unlikely to get help due to the history of doctors and mental health providers marginalizing their people. However, there have been steps taken to make changes in the way that Native Americans are treated. The American Psychological Association created an apology work group who openly listed and acknowledged the maltreatment of Native Americans in the mental health field, along with creating a list of recommendations for better practices. The American Psychiatric Association also has a more concise and practical list. Number one, PTSD should be high on the differential diagnosis list due to the amount of trauma experienced. Number two, we must acknowledge intergenerational trauma while emphasizing survivor strength. Three, create a receptive environment, such as using Native American decor when it's appropriate. Number four, avoid stereotypes and misdiagnosis through thorough evaluation that allows the client to tell their story. Number five, use a cultural formulation interview to better understand their history. Number six, use a soft handoff approach when working with a psychiatrist. And number 7, make ongoing availability to care explicit in their discharge process. People Inc. can adopt these practices in their effort to better serve our Native clients. In reality, many of the behavioral health care team already uses some of these suggestions. However, that may lead to questioning what could even be done differently. This is an exciting theory, but incorporating it may seem a bit impractical. We know that there is red tape and government bureaucracy and HIPAA. We have paperwork and accreditations to keep, and billing nightmares can keep admin up at night. Cognitive behavior therapy is about changing our thought processes so that we change our behaviors and thus change our lives. I propose that we can work outside of the box and still work within the system. I submit that practicing ceremonies are ways of practicing coping skills. Group sessions can become drumming circles. Joseph Gahn has worked extensively since the 1990s to incorporate traditional ceremonies and healing practices in his therapies. He has found that people favored programs that allowed cultural participation. This includes smudging, sweat lodges, pipe ceremonies, and so much more. This may seem like a huge task, but we have local resources to help us. We even have people in our own community, such as Abraham Bearpaw, that can educate us and empower us to make effective changes. The behavioral health team at People Inc. is one of the best. There is a reason that we won Agency of the Year at the annual Oklahoma Youth Services Banquet. I know that we can come together and use the best practices and knowledge of ceremonies to set forth a groundbreaking, yet billable approach to contextualized mental health services. I want you to close your eyes. Imagine for a moment what it could look like. It's 4 o'clock on a Tuesday. The waiting room is full. Instead of filing into a stuffy room around a table, the clients head outside. There, they circle around a drum, and session begins. As the vibration of the drums fills the air, the clients feel their minds and bodies begin to relax. The facilitator starts the session, and each attendee has their chance to share. The facilitator knows that a planned topic was covered, but the attendee knows that this hit differently than any session that they've ever had before. Something deeper was touched than they ever experienced. This felt real. And they are committed on a whole new level. They now know what it feels like to be truly connected to themselves and their culture, and they want it. This is contextualized mental health at its core. And I hope that this is just the first of many conversations that we have as we begin to incorporate contextualized mental health practices at People Inc. Thank you.